Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favourite stars of reggae and dancehall music. I am Shaun Cain. In this edition of the show, we'll speak with a world-class drummer, someone who, once he holds on to those sticks, magic happens. Let's take a look. Damian Martelliere, known in the music industry as Dam Drumz, is a well-known drummer who plies his trade from his base in New York City. Dam Drumz was born and raised in Braeton in Portmore, St. Catherine in the 1990s. His mother was a very religious woman who would take Dam Drumz with her to church on Sundays. It was there that he began to show an interest in the drums. The church member who was responsible for the drums eventually began showing him how to play. Dam Drumz has revealed to the Stargazing with Shaun Cain show that at the age of 11, his mother told him that she had a vision that he was going to become a famous drummer and play for people all over the world. The former Portmore resident said he was excited about the prospect of playing his favourite musical instrument in different countries. In the early part of the millennium, Dam Drumz emigrated to New York. This move has provided him with many opportunities to hone his drumming skills. The young drummer said he used to play in clubs and other local venues. He explained that his big break came when Luciano was scheduled to play at one of the clubs where he was the resident drummer. The drummer who was booked to play was not able to make the gig. The owner of the venue asked Dam Drumz if he would deputize, and he agreed. Dam Drumz said he was so adept at his craft that since then most of the big name artists that visit New York City have engaged his services. He has told the show that he has already achieved his dream of traveling and playing music around the world and praised his mother's discernment. Dam Drumz has provided musical accompaniment for artists from different genres including Latin, soca, jazz, reggae and dancehall music. He is proud to have backed Luciano, Egyptian, I-Octane, Conscience, Anthony B, Collie Buddz and many other well-known names.
I'm knocking on your door, but I still cannot some more. Ooh, girl, is it easy? I wanna know, yes.
So welcome back, and we have with us today Dam Drumz. He's one of the biggest drummers around now, very talented guy, and we're just having a chat. We managed to catch up with him on his busy schedule, so he just kind of pulled over to have a chat with us. So Dam Drumz, folks seem to say that you are one of the most sought after drummers in reggae and dancehall at the moment. I know that especially in reggae and dancehall, you've worked with people like Egyptian, Anthony B and Luciano. Now, this is your opportunity to do some name dropping, if you may. So if you want to continue the list for me, because it's quite impressive what you do. So who else have you worked with?
Man, I've worked with Freddie McGregor, Marcia Griffiths, John Holt, I-Octane, Collie Buddz, Shaggy. I feel like I don't want to forget nobody. And I play with my New York based band, played Anthem, Royal Chaos, that's a new upcoming band, you know, they look out for them. Who else?
I know sometimes it's difficult when you get put on the spot to remember all of these. It's not that you're rehearsing it or anything like that. So just to be asked like that, so I can fully understand that. But one thing I found quite interesting about what you said was that you worked with different cultures. So it means that it's not just reggae that you worked with then. So what other cultures, music from what other areas, what other countries have you worked with?
I mean, R&B, hip hop, you know, sometimes some salsa, you know, some, you know, stuff like that. Sometimes some calypso,
Boy, you were everywhere, man. I don't know how you do all of this. So how did you manage to learn all these different cultures or just kind of fit in with all these different genres? Because I would imagine they require something slightly different, or maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I listen to the music. That's another thing about me. If I'm playing a certain song, I'm a drummer that will go sample a sound, if a certain sound, to get that sound. Because I want when I start playing, people could recognize the song. You understand? I don't want to take a certain time and say, what song is that? If I'm gonna hit the first note, they're supposed to know. It's like, wow, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of reputation I like to put out there as playing wise, you know. Some drummers they'll
That's it.
yeah.
You want to keep your thing
Some
up.
drummers they'll use a regular snare, but I'll go for my SP sound and get that snare off the record, you know, just
Yeah, right. So you're saying that sometimes you just sit around without an audience or anything, and you just sample quite a few of these popular songs.
Sample them, put them in my machine. You have certain slang, certain stuff you could take off a song if you like them, and you just put them in your machine. It's just a vibe, you understand? You are a vibe at the end of the day, you know? So
That's impressive, man. Very, very nice and very dedicated. I can see you really love what you do. Now, I had a look at your Instagram page, your Dam Drumz one, and I realized that you just seem to glide through different types of reggae music, or different areas or aspects or different zones of reggae, if I may call it that, different periods, and it's just so easy. Give you the one drop rhythm, you're there. Give you the dancehall bits, you're there as well. How do you manage all of this? Considering that you're a 90s kid, you're just gliding through rhythms from before you were born.
The only thing that sometimes puzzles me is they be calling the rhythm some names, and I'm like, oh, what rhythm is that? So, you know, I try to match up the names of the rhythm, you know. But I mean, I like those older. I'm like a 90s baby, but I like those older rhythms, playing them one dropping. You know what I'm saying? I mess with the dancehall and them thing, but one drop is my thing, you know. That.
Well, that's really surprises me, because I think, as a younger drummer, you would have been drawn more to what's going on now. But you seem to like the one drop, because that's kind of my zone still. But you seem to be quite comfortable in that lane.
Yes, very well, very much so. I mean, I used to play with Derek Barnett. He's one of the best bass players in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from him. So, you know. Take that and absorb it like a sponge.
I like the sound of that. When you hear somebody who's really good, it's just easy for you to kind of just try and pick up as much as you can from them.
I was around like all the big dogs around. Like Derek Barnett was playing bass, Andy Brashford was playing guitar, Earl Appleton on keyboard. That what's his name? Andy Brashford. Used to play with Dennis Brown, you know, but I look up to those guys, you understand? So
yeah, well, it's good that you came across people like those, because I was just about to ask you who are your heroes, but you've already said them, so what's the point of mentioning that again? But that's great. Now I know as well, because I've just been looking, because I've not really seen you play live, but I've been through your Instagram page there, really combed through just to get a flavor for who you are, your kind of music and everything. And I've realized that once you grab those sticks, it's like you're a different person. It's like you are fearless, and you're like a lion in the drumming jungle, if I may call it that. You just seem to just chew everything up that they throw at you. You just spit all that out. How do you manage to do all of these things? What's the magic with the sticks?
The sticks. I mean, my mom had told me from a small letter, you know, you're a special little boy and you're gonna go around the world and play drums. So I had known that from there, and I mean, I feel them I'm playing and stuff, you know. So love and you do it, it's gonna come off a different type of way than somebody that's like it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that love drumming, you're gonna play it better than somebody that just like it. You're gonna feel that person, or you wanna play drum. You know, that's the type of vibe you're gonna play. You're gonna play with.
I like what you said about the fact that you like it. It's different from somebody who's just playing it probably as a job. But I just want to know what you feel though. Take me into the feeling zone. What do you feel when you grab them sticks? You just think, well, I'm just going to play now. Or is it just feeling, or you're hearing something? I don't know. Tell me what makes it so different for you that when you play, everybody just has to watch or just dance and just get lost in this.
All right, let me put it into perspective right now. I play from the heart, you know. So when you play from the heart, it's gonna go to other hearts. You know, they're gonna feel that pulse. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna feel it. They're gonna rock. Something is gonna appeal to them. You know what I'm saying? Either the rim shot, you know what I'm saying? Something gonna grab them.
So do you try to make all this up, or as you say, you play from the heart, but when you're doing it and it's coming straight from the heart, is it that something else is happening that's telling you, let's do this, let's do it this way, let's add this to it, let's take that from it, let's up it, let's down it?
Repeat that again.
I'm just trying to really get into that zone to see what gets all these elements together so that you create the magic.
Maybe when I close my eyes, go around the drum, that's it. I'm in heaven. So it's like you go. I'm going into space. I close my eye. I have to look at nobody again. You know.
Yes.
And I know exactly where the music is. I'll know when to stop it. You know, it's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe. It's just the intuition. You know, you're a drummer. So when your mother said to you that you're going to be a really famous drummer, did you believe that?
Man, I was like, what? I mean, I was more like, couldn't wait. You know, because that time I was just starting to play drum and stuff like that. So, you know, I was excited after I hear it. I'm like, I'm gonna go over in the world. What? Can't wait. But that did come true at some point. You know, I used to throw at Collie Buds and went all over the place, stuff like that. You know.
Right. So mom was really seeing something. But did you wonder where she got that information from?
The man above, you know.
So at the age of 11, you understood all of that divine intervention and that getting information and discerning from God, and that you understood all of that.
Definitely.
That's really great. You know, that's very special. Now, looking back at the family, because as you mentioned about mom saying that you would be, you know, very special, I've realized looking at some of those pictures that you had quite a few children around you. So I take it you're a father, is it?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And most people say that after you become a parent, then your life changes because you start to see things differently. How would you say that your children have changed your life, your outlook on life, the way you approach people, approach things, and so on? How would you say that happened?
Man, my children have changed my life, making me more grounded to go. No, get the doll up there. Alright, thank you, Lord. Thank you. My time now, thank you. What? Let me drink some soda, man.
But I still cannot afford. Ooh, girl, is it easy? I wanna know you.
My God.
But I don't know some more.
I love this soda, eh?
So, Dam Drumz, have you found that any of your children are showing an interest in the drums?
I mean, on and off. Not as yet, you know. I mean, they have pianos and stuff like that. They always, you know, singing.
Yeah, right. No, that's great then. But most drummers that I've known, they are part of a band. So are you a part of a band at the moment?
No, what? Not at the moment, you know. Not at the moment. I'm not a part of a band at the moment. Not at the moment. But, you know, the band,
So is that a choice of yours, or it just happens that that's where you are now? Are you kind of a loner, like to work alone, or you just happen to be doing your own thing? What is it?
Sometimes you gotta work alone, you know, and sometimes, you know, the stuff gotta make sense at times. So, you know, you gotta just weigh the pros and the cons at times. So, you know.
Have you ever been a part of a band?
Yes, I've been a part of a band.
And so, anything you want to tell us as to why you might not still be a part of that band?
Man, if I tell you I'm not a part of that band. Yeah. Alright, me getting some politics now. I mean, the reason why I'm not a part of that band, I'm not a yes man. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff, I'm not gonna say yes or be cool with it, you know? So, you know, if you working with the artist and they ain't rehearsing, and then it leaves you in a spot where you're like, you're gonna look like a fool on stage, you know what I'm saying? And even if it's the artist making the mistake, you looking like it's you know? And lots of time I went through that stuff. So that's why I'm working with certain artists. If they're not serious and putting in the work and the performance, I don't want to work with you, because you're gonna have me looking like, you know what I'm saying? So most of the time, these artists, they don't give the musicians the credit they're supposed to get.
You gotta move.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I take it that you're available for work then, as we speak.
Definitely.
How can people get in touch with you then? You know, Dam Drumz, big star, big drummer. You know, intuitive in many areas, very skilled, very talented. How can people get in touch with you in terms of your social media handles now? Can you throw those out?
Yeah, you can get in touch with me at Dam Drumz 1. So it's DAMDRUMZ 1 on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook, Damian Dam Drumz again, and all my angles are Dam Drumz 1.
So any one of those platforms people go on, they can find you.
Definitely, and you could find a show of me if you want to see me work. 2017 Cali Roots, Anthony B. And you could look on 2017 Cali Roots, the Cali Butts 2017.
Right. Is that on what platforms are those? Is it Instagram?
That's
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Right. Well, we have to check out that one, because I know you've got some mad moves. You know, it's just really crazy and very entertaining. Well, Dam Drumz, tell you what, before we let you go, it was really nice talking, but before we let you go, I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about reggae and dancehall music. So now is your turn. So they generally asked questions, 2 questions, and I've selected 2 for you so far. Those are generally taken from my book here, Reggae Larger Than Life. And this is written by yours truly. Now, this book is available on Amazon. Also, if you're more of an app person, the Android version is available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun app and you're there. In terms of the Apple version, that's currently being worked on. As soon as it's available, we will let you know. So your first question, Dam Drumz, if we go here now, let me just have a quick look to see where we go from here. Right, so your first question is this. Despite seeing the no disturb sign, which legendary singer demanded full attention but was so tempted to touch that he eventually got himself into double trouble during the 1990s? The options are Shaggy, Beanie Man, Beres Hammond and Terror Fabulous. I heard you say something a little bit there, but I was in flow, so I continued. So which of those would you think is the correct answer?
Beres Hammond.
Beres Hammond is the correct answer. So alright, well, the man is a drummer, the man backs all these different singers, so you've heard all of these in your travels. Right, the last question now before we go is this one. You and I, a John Legend cover, and Fever all belong to the repertoire of which legendary Sing-J who vows that this year he has to be the winner? The options are Conscience, Tarrus Riley, Ja Vinci and Cranium.
Conscience.
Conscience. All right, boss. I see you're on point. You're on point. You work for all these different people, so you know exactly what's going on. So Dam Drumz, we just want to thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Boss, no problem.
Right, thanks so much for facilitating us, and we do enjoy everything that you've said, and I've seen your work in terms of looking at social media. I know that you're good at what you do, and all the different people that you work with, these are like the creme de la creme of reggae and dancehall music. So if you didn't have it, these people wouldn't probably tolerate you. So we know that you're very good at what you do. So thank you so much for being a part of the show. And thanks to all of you for watching. Hopefully next time we'll see you on another very interesting show, and we'll have another interesting guest. But remember to subscribe, remember to like, and also to leave a comment so we know how we're doing. Until next time, Shaun Cain saying, thanks for joining. See you soon.